Now at 10, authorities charge a Southwest Missouri woman for a suspected assault with a weapon. Plus, Little Balkans Days kicks off today. We'll check out their cooking school.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Police have arrested a woman suspected of assaulting a man with a knife. And when they found her, they say she was with a stolen car. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Authorities say Chloe Crow of Lamar assaulted the man at the Divine Estates apartment complex in Lamar. The victim suffered from a cut to his neck, and they say he did not know the suspect. He was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Crow is charged with first-degree assault and first-degree vehicle tampering. Authorities responded this afternoon to a tractor-trailer fire along I-49 near the Bella Vista bypass. They say the tractor-trailer became fully engulfed in flames, where it then spread across both southbound lanes. Traffic along I-49 was completely stopped, moved to US 71. The tractor-trailer was carrying cardboard. Missouri Southern is beginning its second week of the school year, and since President Biden announced the student debt relief plan last week, the school says it's getting inquiries from students trying to find out how they can benefit from it.
I mean, for me, I'm going to be a doctor, so I think we're missing out on a lot of our future doctors, future nurses, fill in the blank, just because they can't hack student loans.
For more information on the student debt relief plan, just go to our website at koamnewsnow.com. While students could begin seeing some relief, drivers are seeing it as well. Gas prices continue to drop around the 4 states and the nation. The national average for a gallon of regular fell below $4 early this month, and it's been falling ever since. In Jasper County, the average is $3.26 per gallon. In Newton County, it's $3.33. Ottawa County, $3.44. In Crawford County, it's $3.43. According to AAA, the average for all of Missouri is now $3.45. In Oklahoma, it's $3.46, and in Kansas, it's $3.53. After 2 years of being closed, Nevada's Senior Behavioral Health Center has reopened. Nevada is one of a few senior psychiatric centers in the state of Missouri. The center says with 8 new beds and cameras, they're ready to keep safety the #1 priority. They specialize in patients 55 and older.
We were reopening, I think, after about 2 years of being closed down. We ran into some difficulties with a number of factors, but mostly with staffing. Around the period of time when COVID came along.
The center will start taking patients on September 1st. Let's check in with Doug for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, we had scattered showers and thunderstorms for us today, and also another pretty good batch yesterday morning. So over the past 48 hours, most of us have picked up some rain, which is great. 89 for a high, right where we should be. Normal high is 88. 103 is the record set back in 2000, and all the showers and thunderstorms we had earlier, these are gone. So we look pretty good as we go through the evening, or I guess the overnight hours for us tonight. We can't rule out a random pop-up shower. Temperatures are sitting mainly into the low to mid 70s, and it looks like we'll drop back by morning to about 68. I do think we could get some patchy fog, so watch out. Also, the deer slowly starting to move. 86 by noon, 91 by 5, high temp of 92 degrees. More rain chances. We'll look at that here in a bit.
See you then. NASA engineers are trying to solve a number of issues that postponed the launch of a moon rocket this morning. They need to work quickly if they want to hit the next launch date later this week. Reporter Skylar Henry is at Kennedy Space Center with details.
Engine trouble and fuel leaks forced NASA to scrub Monday's launch of its Artemis 1 test flight, sending an uncrewed Orion capsule beyond the moon and back to Earth.
This is a brand new rocket. It's not going to fly until it's ready.
Overnight, there was a leak of highly explosive liquid hydrogen. Once that was taken care of, a fuel line failed to chill one of the engines.
We're going to play all 9 innings here, and we're not ready to give up yet.
NASA officials hope to launch on Friday, but if they can't resolve the problems, then it could be a weeks-long delay. The scrub disappointed thousands hoping to see history in person.
We got up at 2 in the morning. We were out here by 3:45 waiting with the kids, and so now that it's not happening, it's kind of sucks.
Engineers want to see how the Orion capsule fares in deep space and ensure its heat shield can safely return astronauts home.
There's a reason why they call this test flight.
Derek Pitts is the chief astronomer at the Franklin Institute.
If you have a very complex machine that is also carrying humans, you want to drive down the risk of anything bad happening by making sure that everything works.
In 2024, Artemis 2 will send a crew around the moon, and as early as 2025, astronauts will land on the moon as part of Artemis 3. Skyler Henry, CBS News at the Kennedy Space Center.
Even if engineers can resolve the issues quickly, there's still a 60% chance of a no-go due to Friday's weather forecast. Coming up, police release more details about a supermarket shooting in Oregon. And later, we're going to check out the setup for Little Balkans Days and learn how to cook in the process. Police in Bend, Oregon are releasing more information about a shooting in a supermarket that left at least 3 people dead, including the gunman. Danya Bacchus has the latest.
Police say a 20-year-old opened fire first at his apartment complex, then at a nearby shopping center where 2 people were killed Sunday night in Bend, Oregon.
The shooter is identified as 20-year-old Bend resident Ethan Blair Miller. We will identify him once by name, and that's it.
The first victim was an 84-year-old customer who was shot and killed at the entrance to the Safeway grocery store. Police say the shooter then walked through the grocery store and shot to death 66-year-old Safeway employee Donald Ray Surratt Jr. in the produce section.
Surratt engaged with the shooter, attempted to disarm him, and may very well have prevented further deaths. Mr. Surratt acted heroically during this terrible incident.
Within minutes, police found the suspect's body inside the store with bullet casings, an AR-15 style rifle, and a shotgun nearby. They say he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Safeway employees described the chaotic scene as they ran and hid.
Me and 3 other employees ran into a walk-in refrigerator and closed the door and stayed there. We stayed hidden until the authorities arrived.
Investigators found several items during a search of the suspect's car and apartment.
In the shooter's vehicle, we located 3 Molotov cocktails, as well as a sawed-off shotgun. We also located additional ammunition and digital devices, and those are currently being reviewed.
Police are now going through the suspect's online posts to determine whether he announced plans for an attack. So far, the shooter's motive is unknown, and police are looking into whether he had any association with the store. Danya Bacchus, CBS News.
Bend is a city of about 97,000 in central Oregon, about 160 miles southeast of Portland. Millions of children across Ukraine are set to go back to school in just days, and authorities are racing to build bomb shelters and repair thousands of buildings as more than 2,300 schools were damaged in shelling by Russian forces. Many kids are joining new schools as theirs were destroyed. Only about 40% of schools, nurseries, and universities currently have shelters. Tennis icon Serena Williams tonight started her final run at the U.S. Open with a win in the first round. She announced her retirement earlier this month, saying the Open is her last tournament. It's an event she first won back in 1999. Yeah, that would be the previous century. Serena's playing Diana Kovanic in her first round match, and again, she won that this evening. She's also playing doubles with her sister Venus. $3 movie tickets will become a reality again, but just for one day. A group representing more than 3,000 U.S. movie theaters announced that this Saturday only, ticket prices will be discounted on more than 30,000 screens to no more than $3 a pop. Major chains, including AMC, Regal Cinemas, and all major studios are taking part. Labor Day weekend is traditionally one of the slowest weekends for the silver screen. Getting paid sick leave could be linked to a longer life. That's the finding of researchers at Syracuse University. Their study shows laws requiring employers to provide paid sick leave reduce deaths from suicide and homicide among working-age men and homicide and alcohol-related causes among women. The U.S. is one of only a few developed countries with no national paid sick leave policy. Still ahead, how people participating in Little Balkans Days had the chance to learn how to cook ethnic meals.
Plus, our temperatures warming back up the next few days. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, we definitely got some scattered showers, thunderstorms out there for us today, which was great. We got a few rounds yesterday, several rounds today. Most of us got rain over the past 48 hours, which we greatly needed, and we could use a little bit more, but everything is greened up just a little bit. Nice shot, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. All right, rain stats at the airport in Joplin today, only 2 100s. It kind of skirted around the airport. However, north side of Joplin got a lot of rain yesterday. We are at 5 inches. I know this is kind of hard to believe. We're at 5 inches of rain for the month of August. We're above average, which is good. We're above average for the year. We just had that 2.5 month little stint that we didn't get a drop, and that's why we still have the drought concerns and issues across the region. Thunderstorms mainly north of I-44 earlier today, and then they kind of pushed south of I-44 as we worked into the evening hours. These are all gone, but look at some of the rainfall amounts. Anywhere you see the yellows and the oranges and the reds, we're talking at least 3 inches of rain over the past 48 hours. Everybody, except parts of Benton County, got something over the past couple days, which is good news. Temp sitting low to mid 70s. We can go outside. Currently at 71, south winds are light. Now look at this, humidity's high, the winds are light. That means some patchy fog as we go through the overnight hours, but mainly dry. Maybe a random shower, southern counties next couple hours, but in general, we're going to be dominated, big dome of high pressure. Eventually by the weekend, we'll get another little wave that rotates around, giving us some rain chances. All right, let's step through the forecast. We're going to stop at 3 o'clock in the morning, partly cloudy. Patchy fog, watch out for that. 6 a.m., upper 60s to near 70 degrees. Quick warm up into the mid 80s by noon. As we get into the afternoon hours, we'll stop at 4 o'clock. I think most of us 90 to about 92 degrees and should have plenty of sunshine. Tomorrow night, we slide back all the way down into lower 60s. It's going to feel pretty good by the time we head into Wednesday morning. As we go into Wednesday afternoon, again, mostly sunny skies, looking pretty good. It's going to be hot. Temperatures, of course, are going to go into lower 90s for highs. But overall, Tuesday and Wednesday look pretty good. Here's your day planner. If you're getting up early, 68 to start, 86 by noon, 91 by 5. I think our high temperature right around 92 degrees by tomorrow afternoon. We stay fairly hot as we head toward the holiday weekend, but thunderstorm chances back in late Thursday into Friday. I think we'll have scattered thunderstorms at least on Saturday, but the bulk of the holiday weekend right now is looking pretty good for the unofficial end of summertime. 92 tomorrow, 91 Wednesday, 94 Thursday. 95 on Friday, best chances for scattered thunderstorms late Thursday and then again late Friday and Saturday. Sunday and Monday itself, shaping up pretty nice.
That's nice. Labor Day weekend, let's the second half be outdoor weather.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thanks, Todd. Little Balkans Days kicked off tonight. It's a week-long celebration in Pittsburgh to celebrate the region's diverse cultural and ethnic heritage. Events every night from lots of music, tons of food, dancing. There's just a few of the things going on. And also the first home football game for PSU is this Thursday night. Planning for this event never stops.
So we start in October. We take November and December as kind of those thinking months to see what we're going to keep, what we're going to change, and then we hit the ground running in January. So it's a year-round activity.
Little Balkans Days ends this Sunday, September 4th. Now, there are several ethnic foods that are also telling some history as part of Little Balkans Days. Tonight, people could learn how to cook some of that food through the Little Balkans Cooking School. It was a hands-on experience with samples and recipes included.
Well, we're having our very first hands-on cooking school tonight, so I've been looking forward to this because I love to cook. So I'm happy to see this come to fruition.
Cooking school organizers hope to make this an annual event during Little Balkans Days. Still ahead, a pair of Riverton volleyball players near career milestones. And Webb City softball opens the season tonight on the road against Nevada. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
Today is the opening day of the season for Webb City softball. The Cards hit the road to Nevada this afternoon, taking on the Tigers in Game 1. And Nevada has already played 4 games this season, coming into the night with a 2-2 record. Second inning, Kylie Sargent for Webb City finds the grass. That scores a run to make it 1-0 Cardinals. Still in the second, Liz Rooms, bases loaded, one hops the wall out there and left. 2 score on that. Webb City takes a 3-0 lead. Here comes Nevada. It is 3-1. Kirsten Buck through the left side. That scores the runner from third. Tigers are within 1. Then in the fourth, they would tie the game up. Caden Blake, nice bump back to the pitcher. Beautiful slide from Kara Phillips. We are tied at 3. Ella Hethman, nice night for Nevada here. Base hit to left, scores a run. Then Hethman would slam the door in the 6th inning. Takes this one up and out to left for the solo home run. Nevada gets it done over Webb City, 11-8, the final. This week is game week for Riverton High School volleyball. The Rams will be in action for the first time on Thursday night, playing in Erie. And Riverton heads into the season aiming for their 3rd consecutive trip to the 3A state tournament. In addition to that, they got a couple girls closing in on some big-time career milestones. Senior Morgan Compton has a chance to pass 2,000 career assists this fall, while J.C. Thomason will likely top 2,000 career kills in a Riverton uniform.
I couldn't have done anything without my team. I mean, they are my rock, they are my solid support system. They've been there at the lowest of my moments and the highest of my moments. And Morgan has been nothing but my best friend, and without her, I wouldn't be where I am, and without the rest of my team, I wouldn't be where I am. Without a good set, without a good pass, you can't get a kill.
Freshman year, I wasn't really thinking about that because I was used as a passer. But yeah, it's becoming more important as the years come on. My younger self will definitely be proud of myself right now. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. Because my sisters all made great accomplishments, so it's pretty cool for me to do that too.
In other volleyball news, Missouri Southern senior and former Pittsburgh Purple Dragon Abby Casper earns MIAA recognition today. Casper's been named the league's Defensive Athlete of the Week. In 4 games, Casper averaged 4.7 digs per set, also had 5 aces and a .989 return percentage. She helped the Lions go 3-1 at the Southern Invite last weekend. They'll be back in action this Friday in Denton, Texas. The St. Louis Cardinals have opened up a 6-game lead in the NL Central. The Cards are 74-54 overall and have won 12 over their last 15 games. And tonight they're on the road for Game 1. 3-game series against Cincinnati. Multiple rain delays tonight, but the Cards lead at 12-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Tyler O'Neill has 2 home runs. Albert Pujols is 2 for 3 with a home run. The 694th homer of his career. So now he just needs 6 home runs over his final 33 games to reach 700. Pretty much everybody wants to see that.
I think so. He's running out of time.
Not much.
It's going to be close. We'll be right back. Take time now to honor a local veteran. Patrick O'Rourke served in the U.S. Army in Vietnam. His hometown, Lanigan, Missouri. And we are proud to salute Staff Sergeant Patrick O'Rourke, a 4-state hero. Joplin man has found his way to help international students at Missouri Southern besides just hosting them. KOAM's Yana Hautala has more.
A Joplin resident, Ed James, has been taking the international students on Walmart trips every Monday for several years now. It all started with a conversation with an international student.
We need a way to get around. We can't drive. Everything is so far away.
Once Ed James and his wife got the word out about helping internationals get to Walmart, he expected maybe 5 people to show up. However, the first Walmart run gathered more students than they would have ever imagined.
50 students show up, and we were so overwhelmed. From then on, we were okay, yeah, this is important.
It hasn't only been the students who James helped.
International professor that worked here at Missouri Southern who used to ride with me to Walmart runs.
A weekly Facebook sign-up that James invented together with a Missouri Southern employee has made it easier for him and his wife to know how many students are in need of a ride each Monday.
now we're up to like 4 and 5 trips on a Monday.
The current students appreciate the free trips as they love to cook their own country's foods.
Sometimes I really want to cook something like Korean food or like kind of Japanese food, everything.
The students say the trip does not only help them to get groceries, but also make friendships with other internationals.
Last time Walmart trip, in the Eddie's car, I met a lot of friends. I made a friend in his car.
James wants to help international students because his own children did not receive as much help as they could have when studying abroad, and he knows how it feels as a parent. Even though he has a busy life with a big family and being a nurse, he makes time for things that are important for him.
We just want to make a difference in their life. It's the right thing to do. It's the godly thing to do. But more importantly, if the rest of the world did these things, it'd be a better place.
In Joplin, Janna Hautala, KOAM News.
This semester, James and his wife have more than 60 international students to take to Walmart trips on Mondays. The Mick earns a vintage baseball card of legendary baseball player Mickey Mantle, sold for $12.6 million yesterday. Heritage Auction says that was more than enough to make this the most valuable sports collectible ever by a long shot. The company says the Mantle card brought in that historic amount largely because of how well it was preserved over the decades. Mantle suited up for the New York Yankees for 17 years and was inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame in 1974. That Commerce, Oklahoma kid done good. You would be amazed at the value of that baseball card, though.
For sure.
I'm sure in those days, those baseball players didn't make a ton of money. Not enough to buy a baseball card, that's for sure. More rain chances ahead.
Yeah, but not really until late this week toward the weekend. I think the next couple days are looking pretty good. Temps sitting mainly lower 90s.
Final sports notes.
I have to give a shout out to Yates Center Middle School head volleyball coach Sierra Leonard. Opening night tonight, 3 wins, 3-0 start to her head coaching career.
Nice. Sierra Leonard.
Yes, she can't play softball or anything else, but evidently she can coach volleyball.
Thanks for joining us. Morning show starts at 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.